Okay, so good evening and welcome to round 18 of the F2 League here at racestation.net, coming from Mexico. My name is Vernonator1991 and as always joined by sh-racing54's. Hello.
Hello. Only 12.
Got 12 drivers this evening, yep.
Lower.
And we tend to get this kind of lower figures towards the end of the season, especially those that sort of have lessons to play for. We have seen traditionally over the years where people haven't wanted to show up or have decided not to bother to do the rest of the season. But either way, still got 12 drivers, and we've still got 12 a very good group of drivers.
How delicately put.
Considering the current situation of the championship, I'm very much looking forward to this one. So just to remind those who maybe missed America or forgotten the situation within the 2 weeks, KO came away from America with no points after having crashed out very early on, actually. And that allowed Madman to have a bit of a chance to win, and he did win it, but on penalties rather than out on track.
Indeed, yes. So now we have a 7-point lead. Oh, it's cloudy. 7-point lead for KO.
7-point lead for KO with 3 rounds remaining.
Everything to play for here.
And to remind those again who maybe don't watch us every week, the way we do things here at Race Station with qualifying, because we haven't got enough drivers to effectively make Q1 worth doing. Haven't got enough drivers where anyone can be knocked out of Q1. The drivers, as you can see, are retiring now. They're effectively putting their setup in.
I think this is a dry race because they're retiring within 30
They're retiring
seconds.
very quickly, yeah. They're putting their setup in and then retiring from the session, so we can go straight into Q2. And then from Q2 we will get underway properly with qualifying, where the bottom 2 will get overcast but dry. I've just been messaged. Which would explain why they're retiring rather quickly. Right. Mexico always tends to provide good racing.
Normally at turn 1, normally quite a bit of drama.
Yeah, turn 1, then again at turn 4, the end of the 2 DRS straights. And turn 1 as well at the beginning, where it was a very, very long run down to the first
pole
first
position is
complex
not
on the start.
important here.
No, if you're not on pole, it's not the end of the world.
And to be honest, would you want to be on pole here?
It's difficult to say. It depends on how well you get away. With the slipstream being less effective here than on other games. It's getting dry.
And all of a sudden, the clouds have disappeared. We've got to sort that out for the next game. Along with other things as well.
Yeah, along with many other things. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Oop, you did
so
it
as
again.
Always, Toro Rosso, the first one out, and I suspect
That'll be
that's
Solman, I suspect, yeah.
Yeah, he normally is the first one to
Dave doing his usual thing, going alternate at the beginning. One thing I would like to suggest a new procedure for the next season.
Well, it's been always nice to hear suggestions, but we can talk about it at any point. But yeah, go
on. Which would be, if we don't have enough for full qualifying, is it like, let's say we have I don't know, 12 as we have here, if we're close to the maximum of Q2, is it actually worth where we are now with only 12 to have actually done Q2 and Q3, or just do short qualifying?
Just do a short quali. It has been talked about in the past.
Like, so I can understand with 14 doing Q2 and Q3, but if you had like 11 or 12 and you had to do an extra session just to get rid of 2 people, it just seems like a bit of a waste.
But then what? I would then say, what if you had 17 then it's 2 people to get rid of in the first session? You're kind of the same situation.
Well, you'd have to do Q3 and Q2 then.
Yeah, you'd have to do it all. I can see where you're coming from. I'd say everything obviously always gets reviewed between seasons. I have been working on...
TLK also on the Super Soft, by the way.
Yeah. I have been working on a revised set of rules, primarily the punishments people get for certain offences for next season.
Talking of which, this is quite a corner cutting
if it's like last season,
track.
If it's like last season, track limits is going to be an issue here, especially through the S's.
So have you got a big notepad then?
I've got it ready.
Good.
But yeah, through the S's and turns 1, 2 and 3. Especially 2 and 3.
I remember the final sector being quite bad as well, actually, up to a point.
It wasn't as bad, mainly because it goes so slow.
Right, so 20.9, I do suspect that will get beaten.
Yeah,
there you go,
17.2.
That sounds a bit better. Maybe 16 for pole? Maybe.
Yeah, I reckon we're looking into the 16s.
Got to keep an eye on
already,
KO.
to be honest. He's currently in the S's now.
That's quite a good lap time for Michael C, actually, thinking about it. But we'll see, we'll be able to compare that in a sec when KO crosses the line.
A1025 and 19.6 on the Super Soft.
What do you think the Delta is around here? A second again? J19 and 1917.5.
Yeah, 17.5 for G19.
Oh, hang on a minute. 10 seconds coming out the final court. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't think
the start line is very early. No, yes, it is. It's very early, the start line.
Yeah.
The finish line, sorry. 16.3, so we might be looking at 15s.
But we've seen this from KO though in the past. We saw it at Texas. We expected him to run away.
And he didn't.
And this is quite a balance-orientated track as well.
Balance orientated, but low aero. That's the crucial element.
Who else down there, matey boy?
Michael C's improved to a 17 flat.
Not too bad, but still
White does an 18.0. Matey boy's had a spin.
Yep. Or an issue
yeah, he had a spin, I think, out of 7.
Is TLK again going to go the alternate strategy?
Looks like he's thinking about it.
Oh, Dave has improved to an 18.7.
That's a bit better for the Super Sauce. Devil coming across the line to start his flyer.
Matey boy pitted. And we have the first McLaren on the move. It is Madman. And where is Soups? Directly behind him.
Right behind him. I'm going to keep an eye on Devil since he just started his lap. He's a bit deep into turn 1. That affects his run through 2 and 3.
I must remind myself never to buy Pringles ever again.
You have been rather addicted to Pringles lately.
Yes, but
it's quite worrying.
The Pringles sweet chili is other flavours are available. Are really good.
The next time I meet you, you will be a Pringles tube.
Yes. So the only
my
one who hasn't actually done
Alexa's talking in the background. I apologise.
So the only person who hasn't done at least an installation lap is TLK. Matey Boy went out and came back in again.
Straight back in.
That was going to be a 19, I think. Or
18-9. Right. Madman is just coming up to the last corner now to start his flyer. 8.25 minutes to go when he crosses the line.
I can see him squeezing himself between Michael T and KO. Beating that 16.3 is going to take some doing.
What do you reckon? A 16.6, 16.7?
Normally he's been about, I reckon, a 16.5. 16.52. All very precise.
Yeah, making sure he gets the exit rather than carrying the speed through the corner.
I don't know how fast the sector times is, admittedly.
No, we haven't got a comparison, so
I've been paying attention.
Put the Pringles down.
Well, no, I didn't see KO do it. What his sector times weren't KO's lap, but I only know what Soulman was for reference. I think it was like a 29, and Madman's in the 28. I think he might be running a bit of aero here, because that looked very easy through there.
We'll soon see.
Not a curb on the inside. I take it hairpin.
Very nice.
Hairpin's another one where you could lose a lot of time.
Last sector was very nicely done though, I felt.
I don't think it's going to be top. No, 16.4.
16.4.
Slightly quicker than I was expecting, but... Oh, and Soup's a 17.5. Squeezes in front of J19.
Yeah,
Not
it's
bad,
92 thousandths. 92 thousandths between the top two.
Right, so if we assume then that we're going to go with a bike rule between 8 tenths to a second for crossover.
What, the ultras to the super.
So that would put Dave on a, let's say, a 17.7. So you got, that would be really close there between 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
So if we the TLK, so TLK to be anywhere remotely close onto the pace, we'll have to do a 17.3 on them supers.
I think Soups has gone again, by the way. I think Soups has done a second lap here.
Or is it 10th
He's
up?
a 10th up. Not likely to improve in position, but...
I don't know why he's doing another lap, and Michael C's come back out again.
He's completing the lap, is Soups. 17.2. It does move him up. No, it doesn't. It moves him up time, but not.
Oh, hello,
position.
someone's improved. Matey Boy 18.1.
Matey Boy's got a lap on the board. TLK still yet to leave the garage.
Hmm.
He done this 2 weeks ago, though, didn't he?
Is this someone coming out now? No, that's McLaren. But yes,
He done this 2 weeks ago, did TLK, didn't he? He left it very late to even want to come out and play.
Right, here we go with Michael C.
Yes.
Madman did a 28.7 first sector.
First sector.
And we can have a look on his steering wheel as well. His improvements. All a bit of understeer there.
Turn 3. So turn 3 could have been better. So 29.1.
No, gone. Well, I don't know, because it's not going to trouble the top two, but I don't know whether or not what that compares to himself.
Whether, yeah.
Traffic ahead.
Let's have a look. So, no, his fastest lap time, he's done a 28.8. Although, to be honest, that was actually, he's invalidated this lap.
This lap.
He actually did a 28.9 for sector 1, but it's been invalidated, so this won't matter.
You come up behind Matey Boy, who's gone straight on.
Yeah, Matey Boy's well out of the way.
This is going to be quite a quick race then.
Well, it's like, it's a lot of laps though.
16.7.
So that would have improved him, but say it was invalidated. But it's a lot of laps this this race.
It's 208 going into turn 1.
It's something like 70 odd laps.
That was
this
better.
Race.
70, yeah, 70 laps. What's this first sector like? It looks better. 28.7.
That's his best he's done.
That matched Madman. Ooh, 2 bites. No, that lost time there. 2 bites there. How's he attack here? Looks like he's got quite a tail-happy car.
Yeah. He's also got a little bit of lag by the looks of it.
Oh no, bit of understeer there. Under the costing time. Oh, he's 3 tenths up though.
He's still up.
And he found a couple. I think he might have found a couple of attempts in the final sector as well. This will put him at the moment at 16.7. Ooh, that's been an invalidation. Oh, much better final corner though. 16.6.
16.6. He might have compromised himself at the end though by going so tight to the pit wall.
And Tilko's finally on an outlap.
This is the only opportunity he will get. KO and Magnus still in the pit, but you would have thought they'll come out in the...
No, except done 1 lap each. I can't see them moving any.
Yeah. So the people in trouble, you would assume if TLK gets his lap together, it looks like it's going to be Soulman and Whiteside.
Yes. And I can't see them improving. Dave's staying put. It's a bit brave.
He's staying
He's only
put.
half a second ahead of Soulman.
But Soulman's also in the garage and also appearing to stay put.
This is true.
It's only Whiteside at the moment. Whiteside and TLK, who can knock Dave 1025 down. I expect TLK to get up there.
Yeah.
Whiteside, I think, will need to find something quite special, I think, to find 1.4 seconds.
Yeah.
On Dave, that is, but he needs to find 9 tenths a second.
In a straight line then. 208 miles an hour was Michael C. Just a bit of an idea on how much error these guys are running. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 209 for TLK, so a little bit quicker. Oh, wrong line. Too wide in 2.
2 wide in 2, and that compromised him in 3.
I think he might get 2 laps actually, looking at it, just. 28.8 first sector though. Not bad.
The effect from the tyres though will be through sector 2.
Correct.
You're not going to see much of a delta in sector 1 between the tyres. Sector 1 yellows.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was much better than Michael C was actually, and he was on softer tyres.
57.1. 57.1. That's quite quick actually.
A bit wide there though. How did he take the hairpin? Oh, good line. Good line through there. This could be a good lap. This could be a very good lap. This could be a very, very good lap. No, I don't think it'll be 16. Well, it could be 16, yeah, 16.6. Oh, right, this will put cats amongst the pigeons. Right,
if I was TLK, I would just retire. Don't bother doing another lap, save the tyres. Don't go again, there's no need, you're through.
Yeah, I can't see the point, but sometimes these F2 lot don't think through. Ah, so is the delta smaller than we think then?
It's a short lap, so maybe.
She's a 10
just
up.
keep an eye.
But I can't see the forward. Michael seems to be pitted.
Oh yeah, so he has.
No, he's
I can see
retired now.
retired though. So Whiteside and
That is
Soulman
so
are...
planted through the chicane. 3 tenths up.
3 tenths. This is gonna challenge
KO. Much better through that corner. Oh, it's a bit deep though. Might have got away with that. Ah, we might, unless KO... Oh, that was good. That was a good line as well, actually. This should be top. Yes, it is. 16-1. Right. Now, what do the champ... Right, this is what we was worried about. Well, not really worried about, excited about, because now TLK is going to get in the middle of the championship battle here.
Yes. Unless
KO or Madman can find time. That's a stunner for a lap from TLK on the super softs. But gotta remember, where did one of his wins come from? With a very similar field to this one, this track.
Oh God.
Canada, wasn't it?
Canada,
I know it didn't
yeah.
win on the road, but it was with TLK. It was with Madman and KO all the way.
Yeah, three of them crossed the line within a second of each other.
Mm. Right, KO and Madman, what have you got? All of a sudden, since TLK had that, he had a bit of a wobbly on his first return back race after his connection was a bit iffy. Since then, he's been right at the sharp end.
Yes, he has been.
And technically, I reckon TLK might be on the better strategy if he can keep the lead.
That's going to be the crucial element we've seen in previous races, and it's been an issue for us in our races.
Especially the F1. F2 isn't really. It's a bit weird. F1 lot can't really get the alternate strategy to work, particularly. But as that championship's now done, we might as well try it. Wink, wink.
You still got to worry about constructors. I know that's near enough done, but it's not done yet.
I know it's not officially done. It's not mathematically, but realistically.
Yes, I know, but I'm just hoping that.
I know. We could have a connection. We could have a connection drop out, or we know in the rations.
Well, I'm just hoping that I'm just hoping that potentially one of our listeners might do me and Dave a favour and forget to brake at turn 1.
Now, what with me and the teammate who won't listen to the orders start last? No comment. Anyway.
Michael sees me the first one to set a lap in Q3.
So what is KO's top speed then? So we have 208 and 209. What's KO's top speed as he four-wheel drifts stick around the final corner? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 209 as well. What is Madman? Madman's on an outlap, so we won't know his yet. So 28.9 for Michael C's backed off in validation already.
He's cut turn 4, sorry.
KO 28.8.
It's not great.
No.
But to say the first sector, you're not going to get a big difference. You through the middle sector where you'll notice. I think wasn't TLK 57.1.
Something like that.
On his lap actually put him just fastest in Q2.
Well, that was a bit wide. What's he like to do second? Oh, he's not as good for as TLK through there.
56.7 though.
Yeah, it didn't look as planted as TLK's though through there.
He's wide at the hairpin.
Not really got away with it, just. It'll be a 16. I think. Yeah, 16.1.
16.1. That's exactly what TLK did on the supers. Baseball 17.8.
TLK's wide.
57.1 again.
Deep.
He's wide again. No, this won't be good enough. First time round. This will be mid 16, I reckon. Mid to high 16. Saying that. Yeah, 16.6.
White look, a 16.9.
Great lap.
Where did that
Madman
come from?
over the line. 16-1 from Madman.
Right, what's Madman's top speed if it keeps going? Is it going to match the others? No. It's going to be 208. It's slightly slower. But it's interesting because him and
He did say he might have been running a little bit more wing, but...
KO's a 10th up in the first sector. TLK's a 10th up in the first sector. Madman is 300's down, but matches TLK in the first sector of 28.6.
KO 16-4 does not improve.
TLK did a 28.6 first sector on this lap, I did notice. Much better through the S's this
better,
time.
Yeah.
To 56.7.
4.10. This could be a 15 if he gets the last sector right. Got yellows in sector 3 though.
All a bit tighter through there. All a bit of a
green flag in the last
sector.
corner.
Hooks up right. This will be a 16. Oh no, 59. It's 59. And Madman is 2/10 up. Madman's 2/10 up. Coming out the final corner now, and he'll go second.
Oh, 16-0. KO's 2/10 up, first sector.
28.5 backed off. He's backed off.
I think he hit traffic.
Who is that? That must be Dave.
It's a Toro Rosso. It's Dave. I'm not sure if
Dave's not on a lap. He might be.
I'm not sure if he caught Dave and got blocked, or whether he's backed off and let Dave through. I'm not sure. Dave's
gone into the pit lane. I think Dave might. He might have caught. TLK, sorry, get them in. KO has caught Dave in the middle sector.
This is a okay-ish lap here from Soups.
28, a little bit wide out the final corner though. 17.4.
17.4, just behind J19.
That's close as well actually. 16, 8, 16, 9, 17, 3, 17, 4. You got fourth to ninth within a second.
What's White being the top merc though at the moment?
Nah, good on him.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Did expect Michael C to be a little bit closer to KO and the top three. Soups is a 10.5 up.
Devil crosses the line, but there's a 19 flat.
I think Soups has made a slight error. It's definitely not as committed as the top three, so might be a personal best though. 56, 50. Oh no, 57.0. Ooh,
half a second.
No,
this would be. Oh, he's deep though. That would have challenged.
TLK Super Softs.
Eh?
Glitch? Maybe?
We'll see.
Sorry.
It's a 16.7 from Soups into
one.
fourth.
Is TLK actually on Super Softs, is he? I know that lap time definitely wasn't on Super Softs.
No. I've got mine set to currently fitted, so that's what he's chosen in the pit lane. But why would he do that?
I don't know.
Unless he feels he's got better pace on the Supers
balance,
over the
maybe?
Ultra.
There's not much of a not much of a delta there.
What about J19? Can he improve on his P7? I would have thought J19 should be in the 16s.
Yeah.
28.9 first sector.
Not bad. Traffic ahead, I think that's Michael C there. Has to be Michael C. With the hat.
Yeah, and he's on an outlap. So if he does get caught,
he might be alright for this distance.
if he floors it, he might be alright.
Still ahead though.
Still ahead, and this is going to be a distraction for J19 now.
This will still be a 17, I think. This won't be a good lap. improvement.
17-1, so it's an improvement, but stays 7th. KO's gone out again. Devil's retired, he's happy with 10th. He did an 18-4 in the end.
Bad lap.
Probably... What about Michael C?
Madman's on an outlap now. And KO is going out. It says on Supers, but he is on Supers.
KO's on Ultras on my screen.
Sorry, TLK's on Supers.
Yeah, okay. Interesting choice from TLK there. Let's hope that's not the set he used in Q2, because that will ruin him for for the start of the race.
Shouldn't be. J19's 2,000s up, but still got Michael C ahead of him.
Michael C's on the flyer himself, though. Michael C.
2 temps up. This was much better through there. That was an interesting line through there.
Yeah, I was with Michael C and J19 in the background. That was an interesting line.
J19's with 16-4. Much better lap.
In front of Michael C. He actually had a good banker there for right. How about KO?
KO's just started his lap deep into turn 1.
Yeah.
This lap's gone. But we rescued it a little bit at the end of the sequence.
See what his first sector is like.
28.8. No, 3 temps down. Man's the next one to cross the first sector. 28.6. That's up deep. That lap's gone.
Yeah, untidy. Yeah, he's backed off. What about TLK on his super softs?
28.7.
7.
Not bad. See, KO backed off, but he has enough time to do another lap. And will Madman have enough time? It's going to be tight, but like, you can't back off it too much.
TLK is just, I reckon, if he keeps this lap together, he'll cross the line with about a second to spare. The Madman should be okay. It'll be TLK who'll be close on getting a second lap.
I don't think that gamble from TLK's worked.
It was a very
KO's
interesting choice.
Sector 28.5, 3 temps up.
16.5 from TLK, and he does cross the line with a second to go, but it's not worked.
Madman's first sector time coming up is a 28.6, 15 thousandths off. Oh, that's commitment, that's commitment.
Ooh.
4 temps up, 56.3.
Is KO going to nick pole position once again?
I think he will do. Yeah, he's got this. I think. Madman is still about 16,000 down. 15.5. 15.6, yeah. Madman is not on that pace. No, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think TLK's gambles worked.
15.8. But a bit of validation anyway from Madman.
Yeah.
No, TLK's gamble hasn't worked.
No.
Interesting choice to go on those super softs at the end, but you can't get into the 15s on those. Can't get onto the 15s on those tyres. So once again, KO takes pole, and we are going to wait now to J19 unless he retires. J19's in the pits.
So what do you take from that in qualifying from overall then? The top 3 extremely close.
It's going to be a race-along battle. TLK, it will all depend how he copes with the first stint. If he can stay in touch within the first stint, then he's got a great chance at the end because he should have the faster tyre at some point.
Did Soups overtake Michael C, did he? At some point. Well done AI, well done Codemasters. Did Soups actually overtake Michael C? Or did Michael C always out-qualify Soups? Because that was close.
Michael C was already there. I think Soups just got really close.
Dave 1025 didn't get too far away actually, either 17-2. 8/10 behind 4th.
No, it's good. We've got the two packs again. We've got the top three, and then you've got four through ninth, really. I reckon. Or maybe 10th. Devil's normally pretty good when it comes to the race. You normally find something when it comes to the race.
Yeah.
So don't discount out Devil. But this first lap's going to be interesting. First sector in particular, but first lap will be interesting, yes.
Especially if we believe that Madman's running a bit more aero. Out of the three, I think TLK's running the least aero. It looked like Madman's running the most, and KO's somewhere in the middle. It looked like.
But Madman's in a good position to get a toe, which will be, and if he has got more aero, it might help him get a better start.
And will help him in the brakes as well.
Yes.
So he will have to try and take the lead when they get into second sector to capitalise on his
he'll
higher
need to be in
aero.
the lead by turn 4 to be able to pull away in the middle sector. Right, so the normal 5-minute break between qualifying, finishing, and the countdown to the formation lap.
Countdown to green.
Interesting comment I've received here from Dave 1025.
Go on.
Might work for him. He's running his Monza setup.
Might work out for him.
Might work out for him. Might be a better race setup than a quali setup.
I'd say the other way around because Monza's really low aero. But I imagine
if he's in the pack,
suspension, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he's in the pack, that top end speed might come in handy if he is running really, really low aero. Yes, this race will be very interesting to watch. I'm very much looking forward to this. Because if KO comes away from this with
him
a bigger
winning
advantage
and Madman's third, it's a 17-point gap going into the final 2 races.
Yeah.
So if Madman wins the next 2 and KO comes second in both races, he's won the championship.
Yeah, exactly.
However, it all depends on what that Force India will do. Because if the Force India wins, we could be looking at a 10-point or a 4-point.
Yes.
So eventually, if the cards actually all play out oddly, you could get this championship won by 1 point.
Yeah, it could be a last lap,
but
lunge battle kind of thing.
For it to be a 1-point advantage, it will be in KO's favour.
Yeah.
So Madman will have to win the championship by at least 3 points for it to work. in them circumstances.
Yeah.
I bet is KO sorted out his setups issues though?
It still didn't look 100% comfortable for the S's, did it?
No one did, if I'm honest, apart from TLK and Madman. They both looked very planted. It's a rear limited track as well. This is.
Yeah.
So that'll make his oversteer even worse. Here we go.
There we go.
How much of a starting disadvantage will starting on the super soft be for TLK though?
I don't reckon it'll be too much of an issue, as you say, because he's not on pole.
No.
Just get the normal average start, and then just use the slipstream. And if he has got one of the higher top speeds, he's got a great chance of being in the lead by turn one.
Oh, 71.
71 laps. Yeah, I thought it was.
Was that TLK's reasoning then for going on the super softs then? Was to force himself not to get pole? Or was this too many conspiracy theories?
I think we're looking too deeply.
Huh?
Too deeply into it. So what are the back? So Mike Whiteside's gone on the supers and the back. Soulman on the ultras. So Mike Whiteside, TLK, and Dave will be your three drivers on the super soft in this first stint.
You reckon it's a two-stop race again? But a slightly easier two-stop than it was at Texas?
Yes. We've just got to be able to manage the tyres through.
Or will someone try a one-stop?
I don't think a one-stop would be possible. I think the only variable you'll see is someone going for an aggressive three-stop.
Well, like someone at the back.
Well, either that or maybe someone like a Michael C. Currently in 5th on the grids. If he doesn't get the start he hopes for, he ends up sort of dropping back a little bit. Maybe go for an aggressive three-stop and use the undercut to close the gap.
Well, the top four qualified top four at Texas are the top four again.
Oh, no. Dave and White look like they've had a collision on the at the hairpin, I reckon.
Quite normal.
Here we go. 71 laps around Mexico.
Like, put the fingers down. And here we go.
2 lights and 3, 4 and 5. Round 18 is underway.
Oh, good start from J19 in the background.
Yeah, J19 got a good start, but Madman in the slipstream gets to jump on TLK initially.
Oh god, here comes the pack behind, 4 wide. J19 in the middle, it's not gonna work. 3 wide into 3 wide. TLK's had to go across the grass.
Oh, is that Michael? That was Michael C nearly spinning it.
Disastrous start for TLK. Behind both
very much so. Dave as well.
And Michael C, sorry.
Yes. So, I don't think there's any wing damage amongst the field. Don't think so, doesn't look like it. But KO has got what he needed. Now, can he break away?
We've got to look for a TLK.
Oh, we've got a lot going on back there. Lots of position changing going on back there. between Matey Boy Soups and the two Toro Rossos.
Yeah. Already a second lead from KO.
Yeah. KO leads from Madman by just under a second. J19 third.
Here we go, drafting round 2. TLK or Michael C. Michael C defends. TLK's going to try and go around the outside of 1 into 2. No, Michael C holds up.
Yeah, this is bad news for TLK. He's now on the longer run strategy, and he's in
Quite
traffic.
far down the field, yeah.
This is not going to work out for the two Toro Rossos are still at it in the background.
All Michael C is wide.
But holds on. One thing TLK doesn't want to do is
damage his wing.
Damage his wing. Then that would really finish off his day immediately.
So White's made the most positions up with 3 and TLK's lost the most at 4. So which mug was it that was being very opportunistic in the middle of 1 and 2?
That was J19.
J19, was it?
It was J19, he got a fantastic start.
They did very well not to actually make contact with anyone. But
I think there was a tiny bit of wheel banging, but nothing major that's worth complaining or shouting about.
I would have to say that we might need to have a look at it again from TLK's point of view, because he did have to go to the grass in turn 3.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't catch that on the camera view I had. So, can't really comment, I'm afraid, on TLK's issues at the start, so I didn't see it. But they're all...
We have a bit of debris at the end of turn 3. I don't know whose that is, though. Devil's dropped to 11.
Oh, Soups. Soups is missing an end plate.
Ah.
He's the only one, so yep. Soups is missing an
Right, okay, so at the end of lap 3 going to 4 will be the first time we see the DRS, and the closest battles would be before 5th and 6th. Now, being Michael C and TLK might get stuck behind White, because out of the top 6, you would probably say he's most likely punching above his weight. Realistically, with pace as White made a slight error in the hairpin. Oh, and TLK's got a very poor exit. And goes drafting again. And TLK's too far behind.
Michael C might be in a position for a lunge, but again, that'll be brave.
It's a long way back.
He's got to line himself up and try looking to turn 4. Oh no! And he's cut. Ooh.
There's your first one.
And that was a bit of an opportunistic move he tried there, and the door was closed.
It wasn't closed; it was sort of ajar. So it was sort of slightly open, but not open enough. Ooh, TLK's got a lot of oversteer. Pretty slow speed corners. The gap at the front though is 2 seconds. Look at all the dirty air though. Look at that dirty air.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really extremely difficult to follow a car through the middle sector around here. And out of the last corner to get the run.
Right, okay, so here we go again.
Round 2.
These 3 are a lot closer this time.
Oh, TLK's gone!
No, don't do that!
Michael C's a lot closer this time though.
Michael C's a lot closer. So that was his TLK's race is done. Here we go, he's gaining. Michael C.
Got it this time, surely.
Yeah, I think White is just going to let him go. Yeah. Sensible thing to do.
And of course, there's only one detection point for the DRS here.
Yes, there is.
So, if you get the DRS down the main straight, you also get it down towards turn 4.
TLK didn't
has
box.
No, he didn't box. He's got a lot of wing damage, but did not box.
Yes. It's going to be better for him to box, surely.
Yeah.
Now he's going to. Oh my! Oh hello, Jan19's made an error. Jan19's had a half spin through the S's.
Oh yes, so he has.
Back on board with TLK. Look at the understeer. He must box now, surely. Right as a time penalty. So Michael C had his first time penalty at lap 4.
Start at lap 4.
So yeah, let's not work that out, shall we?
Oh, a big slide from J19 out of the final corner as well.
Matey Boy lapping onto the back.
It's not really close enough. He wasn't in DRS range. Was Matey Boy over the detection point, so he hasn't got DRS.
What tyres does TLK go on? More
we go supers again? The fact that it's still showing us supers on my screen would indicate he's
oh, someone else had a spin now. Who was that? White.
Devil. Was that Devil?
White and Michael C have come together at turn 4.
Oh!
Just caught it at the end. So I saw a Mercedes point like with a lot of smoke coming out the back in it. I think what's going on there? And I went the wrong way and I couldn't see. But it was Michael C and White came together.
Well, Michael C made the move on White a lap before.
Yes, so it must have been White on Michael C, and the move hadn't.
Either
happened.
that, or Michael C's made an error and it's taken White with him.
Well, either or, I don't think any car received damage.
No.
So after all that, we got third to about 8th, all line astern, pretty much.
Yeah. KO is eking out the lead on Madman.
Very slowly though.
But yeah, J19, Matey Boy, Michael C, Soups, Dave, White, Soulman, and effectively Devil, all on the pit straight.
Michael C is in lean, for information.
I wonder if he's gone very aggressive with his fuel at the start.
So is Madman. Madman is also in lean, but the person who's closest on fuel is actually KO, I think. Oh, KO and J19. Is this a fuel
how much have they got?
When I say the smallest are about half a lap.
Yeah, I wonder if fuel is a bit of an issue here again.
Well, everyone is in lean apart from Whiteside, Soulman, Soups, Michael C, Matey Boy, J19 and KO.
Oh, was that Matey Boy having a move on J19?
Oh, whoa! Who's that in the wall?
That's J19. Oh, that was.
No damage to the wing.
No, he sort of went backwards into the wall, but.
I meant on the coming back on
he's
to.
Boxing as well as J19. He's boxing.
If he did knock it then on Soups. He did. I think they're setting up a front wing.
No, they're not.
No front wing, new tyres. That's early for a pit stop. That'll be a 2-stop, easy. Michael C is on the move. Yeah. On Matey Boy, side by side. No, Matey Boy holds on. Matey Boy is now in third.
Yeah, I wonder if J19's just burnt through his ultras.
Maybe. Will TLK now get... No, TLK is still behind
Right
J19.
behind him though. Right behind him though. He's only 6/10.
Meanwhile, this battle for third, we're starting to lose cars from it. But we did expect there to be a bit of a battle.
Yes. The two leaders are running away. There's already a 16
should have been there through there, but there isn't.
Yeah. There's already a 16, nearly a 17-second gap from Matey Boy to Madman. As I think my co-commentator just lost his microphone.
No, I have not lost my microphone. I had outside interference.
Michael C again will be having a look.
This will be done and dusted. He's in rich as well. Now, it was interesting the way that Matey Boy approached this. He went very deep into turn 1, but no, he's let him through this time. And what he did was he kept the inside going into 2 and kept the momentum going around the outside out of 3. So now Michael Seal would want to try and extend his gap as J19 passes Whiteside. And oh god, 3 wide into turn 1! Oh, contact!
Oh, wheel banging. Stood at it.
Still there. TLK on the exit.
Ooh. But he's on. He's got the DRS, but he's on the outside.
Both of them will have DRS. Both of them have DRS. That's not gonna work. Oh, it will work. We'll have the inside line now.
J19 will hold on, but he's not going to do it. TLK is through.
Just
16 seconds now to Devil.
Oh, he's slightly wide in the first S. Yee!
Oh, I thought J19 was making a move there.
That would have been a very, very quick move there, but he's not giving up this, J19. He is not giving this up.
There's no point looking in a move into here.
No, you might as well just wait for the DRS. And again, that weird line from J19 taking a very tight entry into the hairpin.
He loses
Devil's
a bit
in the
of
pit
ground
lane.
with Devil's in. Loses a bit of ground as J19, and I don't think he's close enough.
Madman's lost a bit of time, he's now 5.2 behind. As you say, I think J19's a bit too far behind.
But he may be able to look into turn 4. He will definitely, I think, be able to look into turn 4.
You think? I think he might be slightly too far behind.
Well, yep, so he is. We got going up with Dave on the back of Soups.
Well,
who's on the back of Matey
everyone
Boy.
is on the back of everyone up here, so...
Michael C is just
starting to break away a little bit.
Yeah, he's just broken the 1 second barrier on Matey Boy, but Matey Boy has got Soups and Dave behind him who will both have DRS.
And White's not too far behind either.
Now we know White's got decent pace around here.
Well, good qualifying pace, but does that go into a good race pace though?
And we'll soon see. All the big lock up there from
Matey Boy. I think Soups nearly hit the back of Matey Boy actually. Oh, that was a
Soups
big
was
cut.
looking.
That was a big cut. Big
Sector
we have
1
a yellow.
yellows.
Who's that gonna be for?
Oh, it's White.
White.
White has spun out of turn 1.
Yep. Dave's on the back of Soups. A bit of a lagging Soups, I'd like to add. TLK's past White, so's J19. It's looking so... And we jinxed! Oh, there you go, there's another one for Dave. The first one for Dave. It's looking so...
Soups has still got his wing damage, I must point out.
See?
From the first lap, he hasn't boxed. From his first lap damage he suffered.
Soups is lagging a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen this in the previous races as well.
So we started with what? 6 cars battling for third. We're now down to 3 for fourth.
Yeah, so it's a battle for fourth now, really. Michael C's broken away.
And we lost TLK, J19, and White from this. That's a bit of lag. I think that was a bit of lag of Soups trying to overtake. Or trying to avoid,
Matey Boy.
As everyone's lagging around him, but it's actually him that's the one that's lagging.
Yes.
Oh,
Devil, 3 seconds.
Ooh, that's a lunge.
Dave on the inside!
Oh, and Matey Boy slow in the middle of the chicane. A wide entry from Dave to try and get the exit.
Now you expect Soups to be slow through here with the wing damage he has.
Which he is, but has Matey Boy got a bit of damage himself?
No,
No,
he
it
hasn't.
doesn't. Matey Boy's actually in Rich currently at the moment. There's been a quite good recovery drive from Matey Boy so far. And I would like to point out as well, TLK's half the gap to Soul Man in about 2 or 3 laps.
Oh,
Supes
Supes
now
is in.
Leaves Dave 1025 to fend off. Right, so where will Supes come out? Will he change his nose? No.
That'll be him forgetting to put his wing damage on. Yes.
Okay, so TLK will pass Supes in the pit lane.
So will J19.
Yep, so... Okay, so the next...
Soulman's in the pits as well.
Yep, so the next person for these two to catch is Dave, who is on the same tyres as the pursuers. White is also in the pit lane.
And Dave is currently right on the back of Matey Boy. He's closed that gap instantly.
I wonder if the Ultras are just starting to cry just enough and the Supers are just becoming the right tyre to be on. We'd have to say though, the lead gap is now over 7.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's half a second a lap pretty much. KO is pulling away. Dave's got a good line through the last sector. He's right on the back of Matey Boy.
Matey Boy is struggling.
Yeah, and Dave,
They'll both
got
knock
the
into
exit.
Rich, I do suspect. No, just Matey Boy, I think. Oh no, now Dave's into Rich. Oh my god, look at the run this is. That's a... Matey Boy can't be in Rich. No, it's not even standard. That's why it was so easy.
I think when Matey Boy realised that Dave was there, he just put it back in standard.
Oh, I know.
Realised it was done.
Well, this is interesting. Michael C is in lean, Madman is still in lean, and KO is in standard.
So KO's got 0.8, Madman's 1.5 pretty much. I wonder if Madman is playing the longer game.
Obviously, can't do this for too much longer, but I wonder if you leave it in standard, you actually use fuel. I think Madman's tyres have had enough as well, admittedly, looking at how... We can't look at the fuel, it's glitched. It's now dropped to 0.9. Madman's in.
Alright, yeah, Madman's in.
I think he will... I don't know how long it takes to do a pit stop here, though.
It's a long pit lane here.
Yes, it is. I would have normally would have thought it would be alright for Michael C, but I think
more
he might...
super softs going for Madman.
He'll come out, I believe, behind... Oh.
In between Michael C and Dave, I reckon, but Dave will have a run.
You think? I think he'll be too far behind.
Oh yeah, it's too far. Yeah, just far enough ahead.
Right, so now Madman's in standard.
Good thing for KO is, because he had a 7, near enough an 8-second lead, he doesn't need to respond immediately.
Matey Boy 3 seconds.
Yeah, he doesn't need to respond immediately to box.
TLK's taken 4 seconds out of Matey Boy. I've noticed.
Still 11.3 though.
Yes.
Or KO
But-
box? No, he stays out.
But he is in net third.
So
And to
Madman
be honest,
is
he's
half
only-
a minute behind. And he was about 8 seconds. We're
23
looking
then.
about 20,
23,
yeah, about
22.
23 seconds for a stop.
I'm just trying to work this out. TLK is
Michael
about
C's in.
15 behind Madman.
What, sorry, say that again?
Madman is 15 ahead of TLK.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he's 16 seconds, yeah.
Right, okay, so... Okay. Where will Michael C will come out? Michael C will come out behind J19 and ahead of Soups. Okay, so J19 is a net 4th. Okay. But they will have to, well, this is the thing, how will they do their second stops? And this is the problem with TLK starting on them super softs. J19 could go on another set of supers to the end.
Yeah, TLK does not have that luxury.
Actually, no. This could be a bit of a pain in the backside track, this, because they're pitting a bit earlier than I was expecting them to. They'd have to go very far on these super softs to make it a two-stop strategy, surely.
I remember this being last year, being a pain. You weren't there. You were at Le Mans last year.
Yes.
And I do remember it being very awkward, and it was made simpler for some of those because we had the luxury of a safety car. We had an early safety car. Maybe boy speeds in the pit lane. We had an early safety car, and the entire field, other than I think it was Carrie, myself, and Dave, boxed under the safety car. And even though we did come out 1, 2, and 3 in the end, I think. The middle stint of the race was interesting because we were on the back foot. Because we only ended up doing about 7 laps.
Now, they did what? Between 13 and 15 laps on a set of ultras.
Devil's gone on the softs. Yeah. Interesting.
So, well, KO's the only one left to stop now, I think.
And you've still got
and he's
Dave.
Still on his original set of I mean, the only one left on the ultras is what I mean. And he's,
on the ultras, yeah. Sorry.
And he's still there, but he's got to be careful. Man's getting that gap down quite quickly.
Yeah, he's found 3 seconds since he stopped.
So if we speak about 22 to 23, he's still got 5 and a bit.
So yeah, he's still got 4 seconds in hands, but that's only going to be a couple of laps.
So, I'm just trying to work
through the middle sector where the grip
on lap 20, he can probably go to lap what? 45?
45 to 50.
And then go ultras again at the end. So it's an easy 2-stop, you just got to make them ultras last.
Or, to be honest, you could do it as a 2-stop with Ultra Super Super if you haven't got the durability.
Yes.
He's in. He's in though. End of lap 18.
Yeah. And he's in lean as well now. Madman's in standard. The gap will be about
and
25.
Super Softs.
Yep,
Super's going on. So he should come out about 3 seconds in the lead here.
Well, it's 25.9 at the moment, 25.7. Madman comes around the final corner now in Rich. KO comes out.
Oh, KO's already out the pits.
No, I'd say it's about 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, 4.4, 4.1.
That will continue to go down.
3.9.
We'll see what it is out of turn 3 as White Whiteside retires.
In the pit lane.
Yeah.
So about 3.8.
3.8.
You weren't too far off.
Hmm.
And KO puts it back into lean. That's interesting. TLK is now... Ooh, okay. TLK is further back than we thought to Madman. He's actually 20 seconds behind Madman now.
He's 20 seconds back behind from Madman. Yeah, he's a long way back. Michael C is eking his way up towards J19. He gets another
but we're corner cutting though. So that's his second one. So
that's his second one in 19 laps.
Right, so
not
how
even a
is
third of the way
performance
through.
going to be now on the super soft tyre in the second part of the race? We suspect KO will be going to about what, lap 4, between 40 and 45.
Well, he's done 20 laps on the Ultras, so
No, he
you'd
didn't.
expect
Oh yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
18 laps, 20 laps include qualifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, you expect him to be able to go to at least 45, you would have thought, on these
Then you got to think that Madman's going to go what, to high 30s, low 40s. So he's possibly going to have to go supers again. Whereas KO could probably go ultras.
Which may not necessarily be a bad idea though.
No, this is true.
Because we have seen at some tracks the softest tyre has not necessarily been the best one to use in the race.
No. Well,
so
in theory,
I mean,
it shouldn't be anyway.
No. And actually, since KO's come out the pits, Madman has chiselled away at that gap.
But that's because KO's in lean and Madman is in standard this stint. Michael C is now behind J19.
Yeah.
As the two leaders romp away, it's becoming a battle for best of the rest, realistically. Because when Dave eventually pits, he will be about 8th, I think, 8th, 9th.
He'll be around Swoops, what's it, 3, 6, no, 17. Yeah, just behind Matey Boy, I reckon. Yeah, about 8.
It's a small lull, a little bit. Everyone works
the only
out where
battle
they
is
are.
Michael C, and he's just, I think.
He is in DRS.
Yep, he is in DRS.
But
he won't be.
J19's got quite a good straight line speed, it looks like.
Yeah. But Michael C doesn't appear to have the car underneath him for the last sector.
No.
Which will frustrate him big time.
Yes, it will hinder him as well. But he did get a better turn 1, 2, 3 than J19.
So everyone is on
well,
the supers,
yeah, I was going to say this
other than Matey Boy and Devil.
We've gone the other end of the extreme.
Yeah. Matey Boy remain on the ultra, yeah, Devil on the soft.
So I think Matey Boy is more likely going to have to do either a very long 2 or a short 3. But if you're doing a short 3, it'd be better to do very short stints then. Surely.
Yeah. Well, Michael C's a lot closer this time though. If he gets the run at the last turn, this should be easy.
It also depends on what gear seems like you come out the final corner it looks like. But yes, as you say, it should be fairly straightforward. As TLK
Did you say
Dave.
J19 has got good top end speed, did you say though? Even with DRS, it's not easy.
Round the outside. We'll have the inside for turn 2.
Oh.
But J19 will have the inside for turn 3.
Oh, Michael C was a bit tight in there.
Around the outside.
I think Michael C could have been a little bit.
The problem is though, you're going to be always, whoever's on the outside of turn 1 will always have to be pinching turn 2. And therefore will always go wide out of 2, forcing the person on the outside of 2 to go very tight into 3. That's always going to happen at that type of corner. It's like Brazil, isn't it? But Brazil's a lot wider.
Yeah.
As KO is now taking it out of standard out of lean into standard. He's now pulling out the gap again.
Yes, he is.
This is, as you would say, not good for Madman at this current moment in time. As you say though, if Madman wins the last 2 races though, we'll be on a tie break.
Yeah, that's assuming KO finished second in those 2.
Yes.
But yeah, this is the crucial thing. At least he hasn't got TLK in the way.
Yes. The problem is though, for Madman, he will probably want TLK in the way at Interlagos and Abu Dhabi, but driving around Abu Dhabi myself, it's a lot more challenging than it has been on previous games.
Yes. I always did question it when it first came out onto the F1 calendar as the season finale, but it always seems to provide
Well, in an ideal
something.
world then, what race would you prefer to be the final race of the calendar?
Well, see, if for those that would like to be
In their in their 20s and older,
if a bit more traditional, you'd be looking at the Suzukas or the Brazils.
yes. Or if the track was still on the calendar, Malaysia,
Yeah.
as Dave is now in after 24 laps.
So 24, that's not bad considering. So yeah, just over 25 laps
Couple of laps,
if you include quality. So that'll take him. In theory, you'd think now he's gone to soft.
One stop, and I said one stop, didn't I?
Yeah.
You said no, don't be silly.
Well, Dave has always been the one who's tried something alternative, but I don't see it being quick enough.
No, that means he's got to
One
do
stop.
what? 47 laps
Yes.
on a set of softs.
Sounds like a
Over
tall
double
order.
what he's just done on supers.
Yeah, just about double. Yeah.
So if he had hards, maybe, well, hards won't wear, but well, they won't heat up either.
Even the mediums though.
Yeah, even the medium, yeah, but shafts are a bit of a push. TLK is still dropping back, so as we was getting
Well, yeah,
hope,
his tyres are coming to the end of their stint though.
this is
don't
true.
forget. So he's out of kilter with his strategy. So TLK will be in before lap 30, I reckon.
Yeah, or at lap 30, but what does he do though? He's got 41 to go. Too short.
He's either going to have to do.
Ultras?
He's going to have to do ultras or do what Dave's done and just go for the soft because he's got no other option. If he gets to 30, that'll be 41 laps to go. So 2 stints of 20 on the ultra.
Yeah, more like it.
20 and 21, which would be possible, but that would. Yeah, I think that's his only possibility, really.
Yeah, because I think
KO's nearly.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say KO's nearly got the gap to back up to where it was before the stops.
But then Madman's halfway through his stint, pretty much. I think he's been definitely on these tyres about 10 laps.
KO came in at the end of 18. Madman was in about 15.
14,
Yeah.
15, I think.
Yeah. So Madman will be in again first, obviously, which will mean he'll close the gap on undercut again. But
But he's got to be
unfortunately, he's too
careful
far.
because of TLK.
I don't think so.
Well, TLK
23
will,
seconds.
TLK will have to box first anyway, won't he?
TLK will have to box first, and the gap's already 23 seconds. There's no way.
Well, what about Michael C then?
No, again, because Michael C's nearly half a minute behind Madman at the moment.
Yeah, this is true, but they'll only have to take about 5
well,
seconds
in
out
theory-
of it and it'll be tight.
Yeah,
You'd have to
but
have the pace to do it though.
I think Madman's fine for seconds.
Just trying to
given
make the
he's been
race
here.
interesting.
I know, but you got to think of it logically. But I think one battle we do want to.
Soups and Matey Boy, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
to bring
you-
our attention to, isn't it?
Soups and Matey Boy, yeah, which is 3/10. And Soups, don't forget, still with his damaged wing.
Yes. Which is why he's now nearly 17 behind J19. So after the
Oh,
shenanigans,
Matey
of lap,
Boy nearly
so
runs
after
into the back of
shenanigans
him.
of lap 1, are we very nearly back to the sort of running order? Soup's gone deep. Running order that
Yeah.
we are used to traditionally. So we have the top 3 and then a Haas and a Merc.
Well, if you swapped Michael C and J19 round, that is the top 5 in the championship.
Yes.
So we are a more traditional order that we've been seeing throughout the majority of the season.
Is it worth yet talking about, or is it this going to be a last round thing talking about this? The possibility of who will go up for next season, or is that still too early to discuss?
It's always up for debate.
Or would be the nominations for promotion.
Well, the nominations, you would be looking at the top 3.
Yep, Koto.
For sure.
Yep.
And then, I mean, yeah, the likes of TLK, for example, who doesn't use assists, it's almost a no-brainer for him. KO can easily do no assists, no problem.
I'm not sure about Madman, though.
Madman is the question mark on that one, but we will see. And then, yeah, from then on, we just sort of look at getting the grid back up to order again.
Well, if you think about it, KO's brother could then race, because that was the reason why he couldn't race at Austria, because they just dropped the connection out too far.
Yeah, KO and his brother, I think they tried it. It was Austria and Silverstone, wasn't it? They tried.
Yes.
And yeah, unfortunately, even though KO's connection is good,
it's not that good
when he's on his own. It's not that good when there's 2 of them streaming. So that would mean, yeah, if KO does go up, then his brother has definitely the possibility of racing. And from what we've seen, we've practiced with him before. I haven't seen him a lot lately, but we have practiced with him before, and he has got some decent pace in him. So definitely
I didn't see it too much, because I saw it when we had the races and he was sort of at the back all the time. But
well, when he did the races, he was always at the back. He disconnected every lap he did.
This is true.
J19 gets a penalty. So we have got drivers out there who will want to participate and race, and I'm sure there'll be a few that will get revigorated by, well, say by the new game. It depends how good the new game is. Assuming it isn't glitchy, and assuming it isn't, or as glitchy, shall I say?
Yeah, as glitchy, because it will be glitchy.
As broken as, i.e., hopefully a working safety car, and just an all-round good game. We can then hopefully get the grids full again, because the game will be decent enough for people to be interested.
Well, we need to fill our grids up again, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we do have drivers who, I mean, like the likes of Skyline, who's had injury issues.
Yes, and Demon with injury issues.
Demon with injury issues. And we've had other drivers who have sort of come and go back and forth as and when they seem to please, almost.
Yep.
And I'm always sure we see it every year. A new game comes out and we get people who have quit the year before, or say they couldn't race the year before, sort of come back asking for a spot because, well, they like the new game previous compared to the old. There's Matey Boy and Dave little battle away.
Well,
yeah,
Dave on his soft tyres, remember?
Matey Boy on the Ultras, and his tyres will be starting to get second hand again.
This is true.
The gap at the lead is 6 seconds.
It's stabilised at 6. It's gone. It was about 6.7. Before now, 6
It's almost like KO is managing it.
Meanwhile, the
So
gap
if it-
behind is now 27.5.
Yeah.
We've got a league of
well,
one, and
TLK's
then
going to
someone on
be
his
in.
own, and then the rest. Then two, then a bit of
TLK
a
will be
gap.
in soon anyway.
Well, yeah, he's
He's
gone
done
over 30 laps now, hasn't he, pretty much?
Well, he pitted at the end of lap 2,
Yes.
I think it was. So yeah,
And
yeah,
does it
so
go on the
29
set
laps.
Of, does it go on another set of supers? But it'll be a used
Well, if he
set,
does,
I
it'll
agree.
be you set. It'll be the set he probably started the race with,
Yeah.
which will also done quali.
Yeah.
But that will mean he'll have to stop again anyway, which he'll have to do because he hasn't used any other tyre.
It seems like we've got a gap of 2, then a big gap with 1, and then you've got another gap, and then you've got a sort of a gap and a big gap, and then a group of 2,
Yeah, and then one,
and another big gap.
and then one, and a one, and a one. Yeah, I think the antics of the earliest stint has sort of split them up a bit. The only good battle really on track at the moment is this one for P6 between Matey Boy and Dave. Yeah, just not able to take the S's anywhere near as
J19's in.
committed in these
So
early
J19
stints.
will
Yeah.
come out behind Dave, but ahead of Soups.
Yes.
That's early for J19, isn't it?
No, he was in early as well, don't forget. He was in around the same time as TLK.
Was he?
Yeah, he had his
That was around lap 8.
was it about lap 8, was it? Oh, it was lap 8. Yeah, it is a bit early actually thinking about it.
J19's gone on another set of supers.
Let's have a look.
Text me.
Yeah, he pitted at the end of 7.
Texted him.
Oh, Dave's gone!
Ooh, nearly gone.
Ooh. And that led J19 through. That was crucial for J19.
Meanwhile, the gap at the front's now 7.5 seconds all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's all of a sudden jumped up.
Bit of a worry. Ah, just had a look at all the streams. Madman and KO are both streaming.
KO, that's normal. Madman, yeah, that's surprising. I've seen Madman stream. I normally see him save clips normally. He normally saves a clip if he's involved in an incident or, you know, something he would like to raise. Yeah, it's interesting to see that he's streaming today. Matey Boy boxes, which just frees up the road for J19.
Good evening, Mr. Deck. Right, so how many laps did Matey Boy do on his ultras? He did about... Oh yeah, of course he would have had a 5-second stop go because he sped in the pit lane on his first stint.
Yes.
That's why. Another set of ultras, so he's free stopping.
He's definitely free stopper then.
White has finally caught up to the back of Solman. Solman's been on an alright race so far, but oh, Solman's in. That back's gone. So it's to be honest, it's been an alright-ish race from Solman so far. Been fairly kept out of trouble and been fairly quiet.
Yeah, he's just doing what he needs to do. Another
And if
set
anyone
of
else drops out, he will get
supers.
a point. Is he still in the minuses though?
Just.
Yeah.
But as you said, it was a little bit glitchy, you said earlier, so... With Madman, apparently it jumped from like 1.4 to 0.9.
No, I meant points, not fuel.
Ah.
So, hang on a minute. Up to 6 already lapped, by the way.
Oh wow. And Dave just crosses the start line as KO crosses the finish line. So yeah, Dave's not far away from being lapped as well.
Neither is J19 by that point. So in theory, hang on a minute. I was going to say, Madman must be in soon because he's done 20 odd laps.
What does he go? Was that supers again?
It's got to be supers again, surely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is supers again.
Yes, it is. Probably.
That's 36 laps.
I would
so
like
have to
that.
stop again.
I would like the game to stop doing that as well. That is annoying.
Oh, where
there's supers, and then it glitches between the tyres. Yes.
So Madman is definitely going to pit again. So there's 36 laps to go.
KO, I don't believe will have to after his next stop.
No, if KO can go to about 40-45, then he can put on a set of supers and get to the end, or if he gets to 45, he can risk ultras and still get to the end.
Correct. Well, yeah, 45 will be 26. So,
alright, 45 for supers, 50,
yeah.
50 for ultras.
Yes.
He really needs to get. So it's most likely going to be supers again for KO.
It's going to be the same sort of tyre idea as
Texas.
Austin, correct.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to really make it easy, you would go on the softs after your ultra stint, just to be odd. If you wanted to try something different, but the problem is looking at Dave's pace.
The tyre, you're not getting any pace out of the tyre.
No. This is another issue we've got with the game. If you see in real life, there is a delta, but no one ever runs the really softest tyre after the first stint. It's always the middle or the end tyre. So either the softest tyre is too durable, sort of, for this game, or the soft tyre is simply not quick enough retrospectively for the game.
Yeah.
Because it always seems to be the same sort of strategies you have to run. But it's been like that for a while. It was like that in the last game.
Yeah.
So that's... the list of improvements are endless. So right, I wonder if Madman pitted early. Because he pitted it before Soups this time. That's White getting out of the way.
Yep.
But, so we think it's 21, 22, 23 for a pit stop, yeah?
Around 23.
So...
Did Soups repair his wing? No.
So for Madman to force KO into a stop, which will make it awkward for him, he'll have to get it to 23 by lap 40 to force KO into a spot.
A free stop.
Into a pit stop, yeah. If KO wants the lead.
Yeah.
Still. If he doesn't want the lead and realises that he does have the pit stop advantage, he won't worry about it. But whether or not he will or won't. Won't he or will he? A bit of a mental game going on. I wonder if Madman's realised that he's probably not going to beat KO on pace, so he has to try and
do something different.
Inside his head, yeah.
And this will be the way to do it, because it means he gets the fastest tyre at the very end. And if KO does commit to the 2,
it's going to leave him a bit tight at the end though. When will he have to pit?
He would need to be in
about lap 55, 56?
Yeah, around that. Give him 15 laps on him. But he would ideally
pull in realistically about 30 seconds is a bit of an ask.
But I was just about to say, he ideally needs to be ahead.
Yes.
when he pits, so he needs to get this gap down to KO before he stops for him to have a chance, because they're having a 23-second gap in 15 laps. That might be doable.
Well, what is that? That's the second and a half a lap, isn't it? Pretty much.
It's about a second and a half a lap, but he'll be on the faster tyre, and KO might be, well, they'll both be running into issues at the end. But
it's almost very similar to what happened last weekend, wasn't it, at Texas for the F2 anyway, between Madman and TLK.
It was very similar last week actually, between me and Dave as well, actually. What?
Is TLK pitted yet?
No, he's only pitted the once.
So he's done 38 laps.
37, yeah.
37 laps.
He's not quick though.
No, definitely not. Because he could be a lap down at this rate. Michael C is now 2.2 behind him. Where are we actually lapped up to? Fifth. And J19.
Yeah, Dave's 25.
J19 is, well, we've got to be careful with this now, because of the amount of people that are now a lap down. Does the game actually change it? Does the game actually change the positions around, or does it just say because it's a lap, no one changes position?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm only thinking, you know that sometimes, I don't know whether or not the game works out the 3-second penalties before or after the...
Oh, it does still work it out if you're a lap down. It does still work it out, because it can work it out on the intervals.
Oh, that gap's all of a sudden come down quite quickly. It's now 25 and a half.
Yeah.
So, what? 42 maybe will be down to 23.
And it'll give KO an issue.
Well, for KO to be realistically safe, we have to fit this lap to keep the lead.
Yeah.
If he wants to go to the end, what the heck was that? That was a lot of dust.
That was a Williams, I think, taken to the grass to get out of the way.
Yes, that was.
I think it was.
That would have been Matey Boy.
It was the Devil.
It was Matey Boy.
Yes, it was Matey Boy.
Right, so where's the leader? The leader's in the final sector. What does he do? Matey
Boy gets a penalty.
The leader goes round again. Interesting. Okay. And my colleague seems to be changing microphone.
No. Just making sure I don't sneeze on microphone.
I see. Oh, don't stop at that. Don't worry about that. Michael C is now 1.5 behind TLK as well. So
yeah.
That looks like that could be a done deal as well. So in theory, TLK is in lean himself as well.
The problem with TLK's got, he hasn't got any fresh supers left.
No.
So he can't rely on super softs to get him to the end.
No.
So it's interesting he's gone as long as he has. Although 30 laps, he can do 2 lots of, well, I was going to say if he pitted, he can do 2 lots of 15 on the Ultra. But it's a very long way he's gone.
Yes.
Just going to confirm
now
that.
40 laps now.
When did he box? He boxed at the end of... Oh, it was actually on the end of lap 5.
Ah, okay, so he's only done... He's only done a measly 36 laps. So, what's even more interesting though is J19 boxed. J19 will be ahead of TLK.
Yeah.
By the tune of about 6 or 7 seconds. Michael
C right on the back of him, and the gap Madman has got is 23.1, 22.9.
And KO went round again. So KO is going for one more stop.
He's committing to a 2 stop, but he's going to lose track position.
Yes, but he will have a... Well, it depends on how far he goes. Does he go far enough to run ultras, or does he do another super stint?
Well, we'll know in 3 laps, I reckon.
No, I reckon if he gets
he's
to
not-
lap 50 and haven't boxed, he'll go on ultras.
TLK's in.
Right. Okay, so what's he going to go on then?
This is the problem.
It
He can't go to
it can't be
supers.
ultras.
It can't be supers because he has to use a different tyre. It is ultras, so he's going to have to box again. There's no way he's doing 29 laps.
So this probably puts the advantage for that battle in J19's favour then, surely. So I think out of them 3, I think Michael C is pitting next. I think.
Michael C is, yeah, Michael C's only pitted the once. When did he box? He boxed at the end of 15.
So he's nearly done 25.
He's
No,
done
he's nearly done 30 laps, sorry.
28 laps
So-
he's on now.
Because the leader went round again and the gap is now 21.5. So he'll definitely now come up behind Madman.
Yeah.
Just.
A Madman is going to be pitting, we reckon, in about 12 laps time.
Yes.
We expect him to go to about lap 55.
Another disadvantage for KO, he's in lean as well.
But the longer KO stays out, I know he's going to have the fresher tyres when he comes out, but if he does pit and go supers, I reckon this could potentially lean it just towards Madman a bit more.
You think?
I think so. If he pits for supers again, if KO pits for supers again in the next couple of laps.
Well, if he's going supers, he'll have... Right, so he's done 25, 26 laps now he's on now.
Yeah, he pitted at the end of 18, so...
Yep, so he
he's on
can
his
easily
26.
make it to the end on another set of supers now. But...
Yeah, the gap is going to be under 20
27 now,
seconds.
sorry, isn't it? It's 27 laps to go.
Yes. Ultras will not get you to the end.
No, not yet, no. But supers will.
Not yet.
But it will be a very, very worn set of supers at the end.
And the gap will be, as I said, will be under 20 seconds by the time he gets to the pit stop.
So it's very clever for
pits this
Madman
lap.
here, actually, because he's now put Kerr in a very odd situation.
Soups does the fastest lap of the race.
Does...
And that's with front wing damage.
Yes, if if KO boxes now for supers, he'll be 4 seconds-ish behind Madman, and he will be on very, very worn tyres at the end. If he pits at lap 50-55, he will have very worn supers and the possibility of Madman bit. No,
He's in. So
Right.
it's supers to the end we expect.
Yes. Madman will take the lead. Unless he does go on ultras and that completely mucks up our theory, but no, it's supers.
Supers. Madman going around the final corner now.
And he will take the lead any minute. Now.
It'll be more, yeah, KO will be roughly just off the pit limiter now.
Yeah, so it'll be about 2 to 3 seconds.
It's the speed difference down the straight which will get out to about 3 seconds.
No, 2.2.
2.2, yeah, it's not as high as we thought. So 2.2 seconds.
I still have a feeling this might be... It's definitely KO's to lose.
It's definitely KO's to lose, but in my opinion, it depends if Madman can get, assuming he's going to stop again. We've seen TLK do over 30 laps.
But look how slow he was, though.
Yeah.
And TLK's actually now a second behind J19 all of a sudden. Because he's now woken up, but he hasn't set the fastest lap yet.
No. But I think, as I said, I think the crucial element is if Madman can stay in front when he comes to his box.
Crucial moment as well. Who's in lead in terms of corner cutting between the two?
Let's have a look. So Madman hasn't got a single warning. KO's got one warning.
Yeah, it's still both safe, pretty much.
Yeah. Soulman gets another
that's
3
his
seconds
second
there.
one, I think.
That's his second one, I believe.
TLK's right up behind J19. Literally
And
right
off the
up
track.
behind him, literally pushing him along.
And this should be. TLK's got one of the. These are probably the two fastest cars in a straight line on this track today.
Yes, I'd imagine so, yes.
But even with the DRS, this should be
Fairly straightforward.
just about straightforward for TLK.
No, you say that. You
J
say that.
no, J90 is. Ooh!
That was rude. Oh, KO 4 temps by Madman.
Madman's made an error this lap. He's lost about 1.5 seconds.
So this is going to be fairly straight. Madman's already defending.
Madman lost over half a second in the middle sector.
Madman will have to keep the lead. Madman's going to have to keep the lead. KO's going to go around the outside. Madman there goes brave. Oh, that was rude.
He's been shoved off the track.
That was rude. No, that was rude. Now Madman's doing the weaving. He's taking from TLK's book. Book of conduct. That was rude.
Madman's streaming. I'm actually just having a quick look back at that on
exactly.
Madman's
Go back
stream.
to the stream. Get the replay. Get the replay on. So what lap was this? 47.
Yeah. I think it's still processing. It seems to skip. Yeah. On mine, it's skipping. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just went back a little bit. It's in qualifying. The next 10 seconds would be going into the. It goes into turn 4.
KO's got it.
He has no damage.
Oh no. KO's got it on his stream, and you can see Madman in shot the entire time. KO doesn't run him out of road. He leaves him space. I think Madman bails more than anything else. I don't think there'll be anything on that. But yeah, Madman needs a miracle now to be able to win this race.
Yes.
But where's the battles on track? There isn't really one. Because J19's losing time to TLK. Madman's losing time to KO. So yeah, we're a bit of a lull again, ladies and gentlemen. Other than Devil and Soulman, by the looks of it. The battle for the last point. But this has always been one track as Matey Boy pits for his third stop. Now this should be for Supers.
Yes.
For Matey Boy, since he's done Ultras the entire way through. Yeah, there we go, Super Softs. But this has always been a track that I've enjoyed racing on since they reintroduced it. It's got a good. Oh, Soulman's crashed.
That's in the final
That's
sector.
on the
Beginning of the final sector.
Yeah, that's the turn in to go into the stadium section. I was with them on the external view, and it looked like he just went too deep. Defending from Devil, which went too deep and straight into the wall. So that's now the top, well, the 10 point scorers sorted out. Assuming they get to lap 65, so that's the cut-off point for being classified.
Yep, so on that left. KO's now trying to stretch that lead out.
Which is,
It
yeah.
won't make a difference now if Madman does pit, I don't think, because...
Well, by the time Madman pits, it'll be about half a minute, the gap. And it'll be too big to, unless KO makes an error, it will be too big to close up. TLK is right on the back of Michael C.
Yes, now we got to think about the lower order battles now. Or the
Michael C. Yeah, it's KO's sets the fast up. Michael C is still, along with Dave, only pitted once.
Well, Dave, we were expecting to only pit once.
But
And
Michael
Dave
C.
is in no danger as of yet, being half a minute behind J19 and over half a minute ahead of Soups.
This is currently the 35th lap, 36th lap that Michael C has done on this set of tyres. I don't think TLK needs to get this desperate. I don't think TLK needs to be that desperate to overtake him because he's pitting. And that's a back marker behind TLK, so that's no threat. So Michael C will go ultras to the end.
It might be, because it looks like the back marker's trying to get by.
Well, TLK's also got DRS, so that might... It's Matey Boy, that is, I think. Yep, it's Matey Boy. I think he's wanting to try and get onto the back of Soups. So Michael C is on ultras to the end.
Yep.
And we do still expect
to go.
It's a long way. Yeah, it's a long way. TLK still has the box as well, though, so he might get an undercut on TLK to re-pass him.
When did J19 last box?
J19?
J19 has to box himself, I think.
Oh god, this is going to take some working out today. Look at the lap time.
You have to look at the sectors. The first
There.
sector, final sector, first sector.
End of lap 31.
So he's only done 20 laps on his 7 supers so far.
So he'll be in between 55 and 60.
Yes. And so will TLK. White 3 seconds.
White gets 3 seconds.
That's his first one.
I reckon we might start seeing some faster laps from Michael C in a moment.
Yes. Michael C has to sort of push it and try and get, well, push it carefully and cleanly to, and remember, Michael C has that 6-second time penalty.
Yeah, he's done well not to get another one since lap 19.
Yes, done very well.
Dave's still going on his stop, so he is committing to that one stop.
What are their position gains in this race? KO's where he is. Madman is down up one. TLK down one on my screen. J19 Michael C as they are. Dave's up 2. Soup's down 1. Matey Boy up 1. Devil up 1. White down 3. Yeah, it's now just sort of waiting to see if it comes to the boil at the end. So I think it might do for 3rd, 4th and 5th. I think that's the main one. Because Michael C's going to the end, but TLK and J19 will need to pit again. And there's only about 20 seconds covering the 3 of them. So I think at the moment Michael C's still on the track and net 3rd, but obviously that doesn't include the penalties. But if TLK will need to pit again, the gap between 2nd and 3rd will be over a minute.
Yes.
Near enough. I reckon it'll be about 50 seconds to a minute. Madman will need to pit again, actually, thinking about it.
Yes, Madman will have to pit again.
When will he box? Surely he'll just pit in the next couple of laps. This Devil's in again. O'clock in the evening UK time. And we've got 16 laps to go.
We got another bit of a lull.
Yeah, we have, unfortunately. So I think we're just waiting. There you go. There's J19 pitting now. I think we're just waiting
for
on.
it to all bubble up.
We're just waiting for J19 and TLK to make their stops, and then that battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be about 5 or so seconds. Although Michael C has actually gained quite a bit of time. He's already through on J19. But Michael C still 20 seconds behind TLK as J19 is lapped by KO. That's now everyone from 5th down lapped. And that might annoy J19 as well, actually, because he's now on the faster tyre, on a fresh set of tyres, and he's just got a penalty.
And Madman's in as well now.
Yeah, there you go.
We've got half the field on Ultras, half the field on Supers.
Yeah. Dave is in. There you go.
And Dave is in as well.
So we've done a 2-stop, but with a very
will come out behind
Michael C, but by about 5 seconds.
So he'll
4 or 5, about 3 or 4 seconds.
He'll slot in between.
Yeah, it'd be fourth
perfectly
when
in
he
between
pits.
Michael C and J19. Yeah.
So he'll be 4th when he pits, and would he have enough to close in on? But say with the penalties, he should still make it on the podium, I reckon, TLK. With Michael C's penalties. I haven't seen TLK's name pop up, and he doesn't tend to. get penalties anyway. TLK has not got a warning. Michael C's had one warning since his second penalty. So start seeing some flying laps from Madman now.
We'll start seeing flying laps for a few people, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately for Madman though, the gap's just under half a minute. With 14 laps to go, that's not going to happen. And Soup's pits. He's also going to go for ultras at the end. Does he change his wing finally, or is he happy with it? No, he's sticking with it.
So we've got an interesting prospect coming up actually, because we've got the charge for third pretty much, because Michael C will be on the worst tyres. J19 was already trying to catch him up. We're waiting for TLK to make his final stop, and then he'll have to try and catch him up. But J19 will have to try and gain probably another 3 seconds, probably.
Yeah. The problem for J19, he's actually stuck behind KO.
Ah.
He's wanting to get past KO to be able to make that move on Michael C and TLK to get up there. But he can't because KO's in the way. But if you were KO and if you were sensible, you just let J19 go. You wouldn't want a back marker up your backside with 13 laps to go when you've got the wind pretty much sewn up.
Yeah.
You just want an easy run to the end.
It's actually costing him time. He's lost about half a second now.
It might actually get to the point where J19 might try a DRS move on KO. The problem is KO got DRS on
KO's legging
White.
through. KO's leg.
No, he's not.
KO's defending.
He's not. Is that him through now? I think J19's going to make the move anyway, but yeah. There you go.
I think KO might have let him through there.
Yeah, he didn't use his DRS either. When he could have. So he had DRS, did KO. He didn't use it.
Right, so Michael C is now 17.7 behind. So I'll put J19 about 28-ish. By my rough maths.
J19's 10 behind Michael C.
But 10.3 to 17.8, so 28.1.
What are you on about? Oh, what, to TLK?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it up, come on. So, we are assuming TLK is going to box, aren't we?
That is that assumption, but as I said, he did a very long stint on the supers.
But when did he box? He would have had to have done 31 laps then, I think we said, on a set of ultras.
He pitted for the ultras at the end of lap 41, so yeah, he's got to do 30 laps on a set of ultras.
I can't see that working. I can see them dropping off quite considerably at the end. It all sort of depends in the last sort of 5 laps. Michael C is in a similar sort of position, but not as critical.
No, and J19 is...
J19 doesn't need to worry about it at all. He can
and since he's got KO out of the way, he's got the gap to Michael C under 10 seconds.
Again.
As Dave gets another penalty.
He only... Oh no, because he needs to now close in about 3 seconds now. He needs to close in 6 seconds now, doesn't he?
Yes, because J19's got 1 penalty.
Yes, he doesn't need to close in the entire gap.
No, he needs to find 6.8 seconds, yeah, of that 9. 9.7 that it is now,
which is
9.8.
doable in about 11 laps. If, especially if Michael C's tyres go off the boil.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the closest gap is actually Soups to White. That is still 3.3 seconds, but everyone is about over 10 seconds apart from each other.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, their shenanigans in the opening stint spread them out. It's quite interesting though that even though Michael C is on fresher tyres than TLK, he's not really pulling that gap down. He's sort of stabilising at around that 17-second mark. And TLK's in.
Okay, so oh, hang on a minute. J19 is
25, so he'll just
25, 26. So he should be right there.
He'll be about 3 seconds ahead of him, but he will be behind Michael C.
10-second dash for third.
10-lap dash, yeah. And there is J19 in the background. So for J19 to get involved, he needs TLK to catch Michael C quick and then for Michael C to hold him up. That's the only way J19 will be able to get involved in this. Because J19's tyres aren't obviously aren't going to be as good as TLK's.
No.
Right. But we obviously know TLK is already in the net third.
Yes.
But
we've
he,
still got to really
unless
look
he's
at
checked,
that gap for between third and fifth now.
Unless TLK has checked his race director in a pit stop, which he can't really do, he won't know.
Or
he will know
that he's got a penalty.
He'll know that he's got a penalty because the engineer would have told him. But he won't know whether it's 1, 2
Silly
or even more.
question as well. How far away is Michael C getting a third?
When I last checked a few laps ago, he was 2 warnings away.
Okay. Michael C has to do some fuel saving as well.
He's now 1 warning away. He got warning on the last lap. So 1 more warning from Michael C in these last 8 laps.
Which is doable.
And which is doable, and that'll put him behind J19 instantly. Pretty much, I reckon. Yeah, no, it won't quite. It won't quite. But it'll bring J19 back into the game. So it's about 8.5 seconds, that gap between Michael C and J19. Yeah, TLK's car does look very good through the S's. But not a fastest lap on TLK.
Hang on a minute. The gap, but I'm looking at the gap. I know that the TLK is 1.1 behind Michael C, but J19's 6.5 behind TLK, so that's about 8 now, isn't it?
7.8, yeah.
So he only needs to find 2.8 now.
But if I say if Michael C,
sorry.
Well, that's if Michael C gets 1 more warning, because don't forget J19's got 1 penalty.
Oh yes.
So at the moment, there's only a 3-second difference in penalties between Michael C and J19, and that will put the gap at about 4 seconds, 4 to 4.5 seconds in Michael C's favour at the moment. But 1 more warning from Michael C, and that'll bring it back into play.
Yeah. How hard is he going to defend against TLK?
He'll defend as hard as he can, but I think unfortunately with the length of the the pit straight, I don't think he's going to have much to defend with. And especially as he's wide at the last corner. Put TLK right on him instantly.
But because TLK is already through, Michael C is going to go in the slipstream.
Yeah, and lunge back up?
No, too far back.
But TLK will now get DRS again. And that is job done.
Now it makes our life a little bit easier now, working out the gap now. So Michael C needs, sorry, J19 there we go, needs to gain another 3 seconds.
Needs to get another 3 seconds, but let's say if Michael C gets one more warning, then J19 is ahead. Just.
Oh, no,
J19's
it's
got
not
another
now, it
penalty,
makes no
though.
difference now. So now he needs to actually pass him, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd say he kind of needs Michael C to get that warning now, to bring it back to that 3 second difference that the two had.
The problem is that Michael C doesn't really want to do that because that'll put him on a driver license point.
Yes, it will. The gap's 5.2 with 5 laps to go. That's not going to happen for J19 unless Michael C gets that warning. .7. He is chiseling away at that lead in decent chunks. .4. This is the annoying thing, you see, if he didn't get the penalty, he'd only need 1.2. Yeah.
But Michael C is having to put it in lean a bit, I think. That is not helping him. And his tyres will be going off as well.
Yeah, J19 is pushing very hard, but the problem is, unfortunately for him, looks like KO is catching him back up again. So he's got to be careful he doesn't get blue flags.
I wonder if that's why J19 is pushing really hard to keep out of the blue flag zone.
It's what you have to think of. 3.3.
It's still doable, just about. He needs to get underneath that 3 seconds and then hope. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
which is just done, 2.9.
Look at the amount of time he's actually catching him up. He might actually catch him by the end anyway.
It's going to be close. He just needs to have KO to do him a favour and just to back off a bit. So he doesn't have to worry about him behind him with blue flags. Because that will be a bit of a distraction if that comes up on his screen.
I'll tell you what, if he catches him up and then gets held up himself, or held up by
Michael C, they're going to both be a lap down.
Yes. 2.6.
He's moving over his J19. Almost as if he's trying to break the slipstream. No, he's had to let him go, I think.
Yeah, he is.
He's had to let him go.
Yeah.
He's had blue flags. So maybe he's hoping... Is he hoping to do like a Verstappen? Follow the leader through the back markers and take advantage?
It's gonna be tight though. But arguably at this point in the race, KO is probably the quicker of the two.
Yeah.
problem is though, J19 is now 3.6 behind. He's lost the second.
Yeah.
And he's just cut the corner and he's gone wide off the track.
Yeah, that's the problem now. He needs to, if he's going to try and use the leader to take advantage of Michael C, he's got to keep up with him.
And to be honest, he didn't let KO go in realistically the best place. If he was going to do it, he'd just brake really early and lose the minimum amount of time.
Yeah. Michael C, I think, is...
Not yet.
No, he was moving over. He was moving over to the other side of the track, but yeah, not yet. It all depends where
it depends whether he has to do it. If he has to do it in the middle section, he might actually lose more time. Remember, it might say 69 there, but we are actually on lap 70.
No, KO's on 69.
But the, okay, so they can change on the leader, okay. Oh, we can make an error.
It's a lap counter on the leader, yeah. Not like the old game where it will change driver.
The gap's now under 2.9 again. Oh, now we're coming up to another back marker.
Is that Matey Boy?
Yeah, that's Matey Boy, yeah.
So Michael C's come up to lap someone. And he's definitely getting blue flags now.
This is all getting a little bit complicated.
So we're going to have Matey Boy letting Michael C through, and then Michael C having to let KO through. Michael C's also got to be aware of J19.
He's lifting and he's pumping his throttle. Matey Boy will have to let J19 through as well.
Yeah, which he has done.
The gap's now 1.2 and 1.1. Will it go under a second? Not quite. It'll stay at 1.1. So J19 will probably have one
to go.
J19 will probably have one shot at it.
Turn 1, maybe turn 4 as well.
He's got to be close enough to get into the DRS zone first, though.
Will he though? Where is the detection point on this track? It's just before the stadium section, isn't it?
No, it's in the stadium section, I believe.
Right, it's under a second.
I think it's about here.
Woo! So KO is about to start his final lap, but all hell is about to break loose behind him.
No, it's there, I think.
I think that's a safety car line,
yeah,
I think, that one.
It did. He did get DRS.
So he won't make the move into 1. He's got to line it up.
Standard, though.
He'll need to line it up and hope to get a good run through here.
Which he did.
Which he has done.
And Michael C got a bad one. Michael C will have to hold it to the inside, which he isn't.
Ooh.
A bit.
It's got to be the stadium section now. It's the only opportunity he's got. But that's not really a traditional move.
Michael C will have to be awake for it.
Ooh.
He's got so much more grip. Ooh. Ooh.
I think he might make a move into it, you know.
Oh,
Michael C's hit him!
That's deep, that's deep, that's deep, that's deep, that's it.
Yeah, that's it over, but I don't think that's the last we've heard of it.
No.
But KO's coming around the final corner, and he will
easily win and help his championship advantage. Back up to 14 points.
Yes.
Meanwhile...
Madman coming home
in a fairly comfortable second.
Comfortable second, but a lonely second. He would not have liked that, being half a minute behind.
No. We did do one extra pit stop though.
He did indeed.
And then we got to wait for TLK, who has had pretty much a complete mare.
But still comes out on the podium.
Yes, but look at the gap though. It's a minute and 9 behind KO.
Yeah, and he's the last car
To cross the line.
not to be lapped. So the podium finishers are the only people not to be lapped.
And the top 3 in the championship.
Yeah. There we go. Whew. A little bit of excitement at the end there, to have made sure we were still awake. But yeah, KO now does extend his lead in the championship to 14 points.
With 2 rounds to go.
With 2 rounds to go. I'm just going to have a look at the how many wins they've got. Again, just to remind ourselves.
I think if Madman wins the last 2, I think KO still has the advantage.
Yeah.
I think so. Madman realistically needs TLK. So J19 actually had 3 penalties.
He must have got
anyway.
One of those. Yeah, so he did. Yeah.
So it wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
We missed one then, obviously. Anyone else? So J19 gets a point. Dave gets a point.
Matey Boy Gaz doesn't.
No, he doesn't. That would have been in his drive-through. Oh, yes, he will. Will? Yes, no. He served it. Yes, he will. 369 and then a 5 will add 14.
Oh, okay.
It will do. But then the others below him didn't. But yeah, that was another interesting race. It sort of it all spread out middle stint towards the end, but it all came sort of towards the boil again for the final podium places and for 4th. I don't think we've heard the last of that battle for 4th.
No.
Definitely a hint of a shove approaching the stadium section there, so we'll keep an eye on that, and obviously keep an eye on the FIA section on the site for any appeals and decisions that are made on any incidents that occur during that race. So let's just count. So KO is now on 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's now on 10 wins. And Madman's only on 6. So yeah. So for Madman to win this championship, even though it's 14 points, and if he was to win the last 2 and KO to come second in the last 2, and that would mean they'd be equal, the championship would still go to KO on the countback for wins. So Madman does need some help from someone to interfere with KO while he tries to win the final 2 rounds. It's realistically his only option. Either that or for KO to have another mare like Austin and to crash out. Those are the only sort of options he's got.
Indeed.
But that was round 18 of the F2 League. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, that's way hotting up. You've still got about 4 drivers who can come second, I think. Well, yeah, you've all of a sudden boinged into form since Monza. So I'm gonna play some risky strategy moves, I think, on this one. No, 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 no. I'm going to go against the grain with strategy. No, 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 because you know that doesn't work. I know I won't have that much of an advantage there, but I think I'm going to go a bit odd. Let's just say that. Well, it's going to be a short. It's going to be It's going to be short qualifying anyway, isn't it? It's not going to be unless all of a sudden we have an influx of people. Could be an interesting one. We're going to deliberately try and make this race a bit interesting. Oh God. Yes, which we don't know who they will be yet. Yes. Yes.